Yeah.
They came out of another era.
Right.
You know. So I agree with what he said 100%.
We got a question from LeBaron. He said, I think I know the answer, but would you guys rather have a musician that can play anything or a musician that can make you feel anything?
Maya Angelou said, and I'm sure you heard it, right? People won't remember what you said. People won't remember what you did, but they always remember how you made them feel.
That's right.
Right? People aren't listening to notes. They don't care. They don't get up and dance because the song's in E flat, right? They dance to a feel. Right? Yeah. It is a feel. Now, all the notes and technique and instruments, that's all included. But people want to feel something. And for all of us musicians out there that play live, we need to remember that, because people can hear good music at home for free.
Come on here, sir.
Right. So why am I going to pay to come see you live? So when they come live, we need to bring something more than just what they hear.
Yes.
Right. And if we make them feel something, they will go home and buy more stuff that they can hear.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, and I see it in the jazz world a lot, jazz and classical, we're losing our audiences because we just play. No, nothing to feel. They forgot that jazz used to be an experience.
Right.
Like Cab Calloway, Louis Armstrong. These people were performing, right? People were dancing at the shows and stuff, right? And then jazz became cool and we don't smile or nothing.
Right.
So what people feel, right, doesn't really make you want to continue feeling that. It's boring. But it might sound good, but sound is not enough when you're live.
Yeah.
It'd be in the same room, not looking at each other, right? You don't feel that, but we're on cameras looking at each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, I'm talking too much, but
you're doing good, Nick. You're doing good, man.
It's about the feel.
Yeah. You are absolutely correct. When you said that, I started thinking of, I thought of a song that Shake sang called "The Stain."
Oh, yeah.
And every time it sends chills over my body. My mind is like a film showing different frames of trying to visualize what he's singing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the way it makes me feel.
Yeah. And when you feel it, you don't have to know what they're talking about. Yeah, it could be in another language. It could be an instrumental song. It could be a painting. You don't have to know, but that feeling comes through. And so I think when we can be honest with what we do, more feeling comes through.
I think you're right. I'm thinking of plenty of songs I've heard in other languages, and I don't know what they're talking about.
James,
but I'm like, man, he is passionate about whatever it is he's saying.
What is he saying? Yeah.
I got some James Brown songs. I still don't know what he's saying.
That is so true.
Yeah, that reminds me of New Orleans too. A lot of New Orleans songs.
Yeah, yeah.
He was slamming, but I have no idea what the words are.
Yeah.
I was thinking, Vic, when you were talking, my oldest boy and my granddaughter, and one of my oldest granddaughter, both went to FAMU, Florida A&M. They went to Marching 100. Now, the HBC bands are all show bands, basically.
Right.
And, of course, having a son there 4 years and my granddaughter, she was there 5 years, and they were both in the band. Now, that means that I've seen a lot of HBC bands. I've seen them all. Being by FAMU hat on, Marching 100, I've seen them all. And one thing about it, when you go and see the Battle of the Bands, or even when I look at it, the little tapes that they have, when you go there personally, very few people are looking on the football field. Of course, you look, but they're all dancing. It's the feel. It's the feel of the drum cages. It's the feel. Southern, Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah.
I mean, when they come on the field, You don't have to look at it. Now,
Yeah.
of course, they got great uniforms, but it's all if you close your eyes, you see people in the stand doing what they do. They, very seldom paying attention to the physical aspect of what's there. It's the feel.
Yeah.
It's a feel. I used to think about drum. There are a lot of complicated drum patterns that marching bands and drum corps use. FAMU is a simple drum cadence, but it's just the way those 25 drummers feel and playing it. A very simple cadence, So, like, I've always been, like I said earlier, I want to feel good. If I feel good, I think that what's coming through me is good. It's God sent.
Yeah.
I want to feel good. And when I feel good, everybody's feeling it. When I don't feel good, there's something going on that's happening. That's the way I see myself, feel.
Yeah.
Feeling. It's like when you pet your dog or hug your grandbaby or hug your wife, or hug a good friend that you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah.
No matter what they look like, what they smell like, it's a feel.
Yeah. That's good, Chuck. That's good.
See, Victor started that feeling.
Yeah, now you got us all feeling good.
That's what it's about. A good preacher knows that too.
Oh yeah.
You don't just say the word; they make you feel the word.
Yeah. No
Yes.
question.
And the downside of it is politicians know it too.
Oh yeah.
Because fear is a powerful thing, and so they can make us fearful about something. And with their promise that we're going to fix it so you don't have to be fearful. And in many cases, the things we don't need to be fearful about.
Right. And you know what's funny about that? 90% of the stuff that we're fearful about never comes to pass.
And that's the thing. Okay, think about this. Fear means it hadn't happened yet.
Right.
Right? Right. So fear's, in my mind, fear's like that yellow light in the car that comes on, tells you you're about to run out of gas.
Right.
Yeah.
The light don't come on after you run out of gas.
Yeah.
Fear is a people say get rid of fear, and that's something you never want to do. Right? You never want to unhook the wire that tells that yellow light to come on, you're about to run out of gas.
Yeah.
Right? Fear is that natural God-given warning signal that says you have time to do something about it.
Yeah. Preach.
This is the truth. You don't have much time. You may not,
Right.
but the fact that you can be fearful means you have time.
Yeah.
So you never want to get rid of it. Right?
That's good.
So the fear is a good thing. Used the right way. Used the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what can be done to us. And is being done to us in many cases. So we have to be truthful to what we are fearful about. Right? But the main thing is to realize that what you're fearing hasn't happened yet.
That's good. We got a question in the chat. Byron said, Mr. Wooten, if you don't mind, does he have any advice for an old guy like me who wants to take up the bass? What would be your advice to somebody coming to the bass maybe a little later than they anticipated?
Take it up.
I'll keep it short.
Yeah.
Music is about life. Music is not about music. And an old person has lived more life than any young beginner. Right? Somebody posted a link for Aaron the bassist. Aaron's a good bass player, but if he was going to write an autobiography, I wouldn't read it.
Right.
Right? At 8 years old, 9 years old. But this man, if he writes a book, or this man, woman, whatever, with some age, I'm reading that book. So if you learn to play music and put your story in music, I'm listening to it. Because you got however many years, decades of life in every note you play. And bass is the easiest instrument that you can get good enough to make music on. Think about it. Bass is it's designed to be one note at a time. Right? It's not like guitar, 6-string chords. It's not drums, 4 limbs. It's not piano, 10 fingers. It's not like sax. You got to have a reed and an embouchure. One note at a time. Right? And the bass is designed to make other people sound better.
Mm.
Right? Bass is an instrument of service.
Right.
right? So if
Nice.
this gentleman takes all these years of life and puts it into one note, right? That's what B.B. King did. B.B. King don't know a lot of theory and play all these licks. He plays the same licks, but he puts his whole life in every note. Bob Dylan, can he even really sing? Who knows? But every word he says has his whole life in it. Willie Nelson. How many chords does Willie Nelson know on the guitar? Who cares? If he plays one, I'm listening. Right? So if this person learns to put his whole life into what he says on the bass, in the same way, if what you say out of your mouth. We all know that when old folks, what we call old folks, they don't have to say much. But when they do, we stop and listen, right? You can play music from that standpoint, and he's already got the 90% of what music is about or should be about. He's already lived it.
Wow.
Now you just got to learn a couple notes.
Now you got to learn a couple of notes. That's good. LeBaron said he's seen some of these guys turn a 6-string into a guitar and work miracles. Then you get that quartet player hit the drive that won't let you keep your feet.
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking about. Maybe that guy is sitting there and he's grooving and he's thinking about his pain, or he's thinking about his promises, and he's thinking about, and he got a smile on his face or joy in his heart. He's like, I need y'all to feel this joy that I'm feeling. And that's why I was saying with Chuck, you were right on, man. When you feel good, we're gonna feel what you feel, and that is such an important part. Because the truth of the matter is, I bought my ticket to feel good.
Yeah.
Most people don't go buy their ticket to sit in an audience and be like, wow, I'm really miserable, and I hope this guy makes me feel worse. You know what I'm saying? So you want that transformation, you want that connection of human spirit and joy and excitement, so that you can transcend everything that you're going through and all the problems that you may be having at home that you got to go face. Because life doesn't stop happening just because we're listening to a great song, but we can get through life aided by a great song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, you guys, this is an incredible time. I'm having so much fun. Chuck, I got to ask you this question because you're on here. What was the thing that impressed you most? Because I like to give people their flowers while they're here. So what was the thing that impressed you most about Vic that connected you to him in such a way?
I think right off the top of my head, it was I saw a very kind person. And I'm not blowing smoke. But Benny Gold.
It's okay.
like when I first met Vic, it's just somebody you like. I just liked him. Of course, once I heard him play, can I tell a quick story?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
The first time I saw Vic was on TV, and Bela Fleck was playing on the Tonight Show or the Johnny Carson Show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Vic, I know you've heard this story before, but you can listen to it again.
Yeah.
My son said, "Dad, come check out this bass player." And so, of course, usually he was of an age that he knew, that I might be interested. So when I didn't see Vic doing anything, so I went. He was listening to the music. Will was listening to the music, and a banjo is something that is not synonymous to a band, basically.
Right.
And he heard a drummer. Oh, what it was. This is what it was. He heard a drummer, but he didn't see one. So, like, he kind of said, "Dad, this must be piped in." Blah blah. So I went. It was Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Now, in watching this show, Vic, when he took his solo, he slung the bass around his neck.
Oh,
and caught it.
Yes.
Now, many years ago, I'm in Sweden on stage with the Manhattan Parade of '65, Manhattan Parade of '63. And we were there for 6 weeks. And I must have seen somebody do this. But anyway, I practiced for about half the tour, 3 weeks in my hotel room about playing and swinging the bass drum.
Oh, no.
during my solo.
Okay.
So one night, I thought maybe now I could pull it off. I practiced it. I knew what was going on. So when it came time for my solo, I played a little bit. I slung the bass around my neck. When the bass got right here, the strap broke.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
no! This was a very large audience. Now I wouldn't say there was 10,000 people, but it was thousands of people. And the bass broke, the strap broke, and the bass went sliding across the stage. And of course, when it hit the ground, you can hear all the strings ringing. I'm a million miles from home. I only have one bass. And I stood there dumbfounded while the guys in the band laughed at me. They were laughing. Of course, the band leader was shocked, and I could see the first 2 or 3 rows of people sort of going laughing in a way. So all I did, I went and stopped the bass from ringing. I went and picked it up and looked at it, and the G tuning, one of the tuners was just bent a little bit.
Okay.
And then the bass was perfect. And after about a minute and a half of this kind of interruption, I was able to play the bass. The tuning key stayed bent until maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. Was that your way of reminding yourself to never twirl the bass around your neck again?
Wow.
But I had to tell that story. I told that story.
That's a great story.
But I didn't. There's a reason why he does it better than I would even attempt to do. He's probably done it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Plus my arms are long and I wear my bass a little low, so it takes that bass a little bit more long.
Yeah.
Get around.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I saw you do that in concert, and I'm still mentally trying to figure out how you did it. Like I was like, okay, but he stayed on beat though. I don't understand how he stayed on beat. Like I get how he twirled around his neck, but how did he do it and stay on beat? That was what was throwing me off more than anything. Like that's incredible. But I'm gonna tell you, for me, my introduction to you was this. And Shake, I'd love for you to answer this question as well. I had a friend of mine in college that was working. He had left college early, was working in the music industry in Nashville. So I went to go visit him, and he said, "Dude, I just left this industry party. This guy, this bass is the greatest bass I've ever seen." I said, "Really? The greatest you've ever seen?" He said, "Yeah, the greatest I've ever seen is not even close." I said, "Man, that's a strong statement." And so he said, "You gotta listen to this CD." And so it was. I don't know if it was a promotional CD or the full album, but it had "You Can't Hold No Groove" on it. And so I put it in, and I'm sitting there going, what just happened? Like, what is happening? It's all these wonderful things going on. And I'm going, what is happening? So I probably listened to that CD the rest of that day, trying to figure out what you were doing and how you were doing it. And then finally I said, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm just going to rest in the fact that you can't hold no groove if you ain't got no pocket. Just leave it. Ever since. I've been a fan ever since, man.
Let me interrupt you for a second.
Sure.
I've got a 12:30 webinar, and it's going to be that in about maybe 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I got to go to the little boy's room.
By the way, I'm keeping this on the podcast, by the way. Everybody. I'm not editing that out, Chuck. I'm just letting you know. Thank you. All right. Stop it through, but say what you need to say to Vic before you go, man.
I'm gonna have to leave.
Okay.
I gotta get ready. I'm supposed to maybe try this. We're going a little bit early.
Okay.
With her. Sam, it's good to see you. It's good to see you again. Well, thanks a lot. Thank you guys for inviting me.
We love you, Chuck. We love you.
Oh, yeah, it's good to see you. Vic just left here.
Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. I came in and out of Texas.
I sure did. Just left here.
I was in just for a few hours. I had to record Chuck's voice. I drove in, recorded his voice, and drove right back home.
That's what you call.
Wow.
Y'all figure out the word for that.
That's a Vic is just good people, man. I mean, we figured it out. He's just good people.
Well, listen, I gotta go, y'all.
All right, buddy.
Good to see you. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, this is our pleasure.
Love you, man.
We love you.
I love you too. Y'all take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
We actually got about 13 minutes left in the show ourselves. Shout out to I hope I don't jack this name up. I apologize if I do, but Subrata.
Subrata, yeah.
Yeah, from Kolkata, India. Shout out to Subrata.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Showing us some love in India. I like that.
Well, Victor's gonna have me going around saying, they just good people.
That's
it. People will.
That's it.
I'll tell you. So, how did you and Chuck hook up? How did you and Vic hook up?
I was signed to Warner Chappell, living in Nashville, and I had a band that was called Domani, and Vic was playing with Jonelle Mosser. What's it called? Too Much Rope or something like that, right?
Enough Rope, yeah.
Jonelle Mosser and Enough Rope, and we opened for you guys at the Ace of Clubs.
Wow.
And you guys were playing. I knew the organ player in the band. Is it Johnny? Wow. We're talking what, 98?
At the latest, it could have been 88.
Yeah, 88.
I think 88.
You're right.
Wow.
And so anyway, the guy that played drums in our band said, "Man, you got to see this bass player playing with Jonelle." Now, Jonelle's from Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
So I've known her a long time. And so he, I don't even remember the song. I just remember she featured you in the middle of the thing. And I didn't know you could do that on a blues gig. because Jonelle did a lot of music, but, it was for all intents and purposes, she was regarded kind of as a country blues artist.
Mm-hmm.
And here you come breaking all the rules. And we had a conversation that night about Abraham Laboriel.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sure you wouldn't remember that because that's how long ago it was. But that was the first time we met.
Wow.
And then I got to know your brother, Reggie.
Okay.
Matter of fact, Reggie ended up, when I went solo, he played with me a few times. And then one of your best friends at the time was also one of my best friends, JD Blair.
JD, yeah.
So I don't remember, the years just kind of all run together as far as when we were around each other or whatever. But I just always knew I loved Reggie, and I'd always wanted to work with you. But it was always weird because I was a bass player, you're a bass player.
Mm.
So when I started doing the solo stuff more, that's when we got the opportunity to start doing some stuff together.
Yeah.
I didn't want to miss a question from Corey. I apologize, Corey. I didn't get this in, but
Corey.
He did ask when the Victor Wooten, Shake Anderson, Chuck Rainey project was coming. So I thought I'd throw that out at you, gentlemen. I can dream, Corey. I'm dreaming with you, bro. I got you.
Tell Corey we might have to make it a quartet.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, listen, Corey is an amazing bassist in his own right.
Amazing.
Oh,
yeah. No, he definitely can get down with that crew.
And he's good people.
He's good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needs to be a t-shirt.
I'm telling you.
People.
You know what? We might do that, Vic. We might get with you, man, and do a good people t-shirt and some of that. Send half the money to your camp if you don't mind.
You can send all the money to them.
How you want to do it, brother?
No, I'm kidding with you. No, do it, man. Do it. And put it towards your business.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
And it is so amazing to me. And one of the goals of this show is to bring on people not who are and I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, but I want musicians that can speak.
Yeah.
More than just vertically, but we can speak across platforms and really inspire people. And I think that's what we've strived to do since we started this show. And we have on people like Chuck Rainey and Taylor Pace and Unc himself, and now you, Vic. That I think we're headed in the right direction. And so I'm really excited about what we're doing here today.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
let me Margie. Margie out there, friend of mine, she says she gets a lot of compliments on these Be Contagious shirts.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, we can be contagious with kindness.
Is that a bio?
Yeah, exactly. That's that biohazard sign.
Biohazard. Yeah. I was like,
so
okay.
this is a good one.
All right.
But let me show you how smart my parents were. My 3 older brothers, Reggie, Roy, and Rudy, because you're talking about speaking, musicians who can speak.
Right.
Our parents knew what 5 black boys were facing. Reggie was born in the Reggie, Roy, and Rudy are all born in the mid-50s, and me in the mid-64, into 64. So our parents knew what we were facing. So now I did not understand this at all as a kid, but my 3 older brothers had to enter into speaking competitions where they write speeches. Mom would help them write speeches.
Wow.
And the speeches had to be about something. I mean, it had to be about character and uplifting. They had to memorize them and then go speak in public and be able to perform this. And now Roy was really good. Roy got a whole lot of trophies. It was either Reggie or Rudy who couldn't do it without breaking out and laughing, right? But I didn't understand that. Now Joseph and I, the younger 2, never had to do it, but now I get it.
Yeah,
get it, because there's a way to speak in the hood. There's another way to speak in public.
Yeah.
Right. As much as I love Obama, as a president, we don't really want to hear him 100% of the time speak like he's in the hood of Chicago.
Right.
We want to know that that's still there.
That's true.
Right. To address the world, you got to know how to speak. And our parents were instilling that in us as little kids. I didn't get it until I had my own kid. Well, there's a whole lot of stuff I didn't get till I had my own kids.
Sure.
But now I see how smart they are. And I'm literally working on a book on my parents' quotes. Like a lot of people now know the one about, what does the world need with another, good musician. There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I'm interviewing my brothers because they were around longer than me, and I'm getting the ones they remember, and I'm getting their thoughts about what they meant. And it's just going to be in a little coffee table book, but that's going to be one that everybody needs, because my parents were so wise, and they had to be to live through those times, fight in wars, no electricity, all that stuff.
Well, one of the things we've been talking about on this show is having a family, some family-based shows like that, where we get we had a young lady on, Allison Ray Lawson. She was on another show that we have called Uncorked Wine, and she talked about her family, and her dad was an entrepreneur and her mom's real estate, but that's what shaped her into becoming what she become. We need to definitely I'd love to bring you and your brothers back on and share some of those life lessons with all of us, because we all need that. And I think I think it's so important to drive home that sense of family that we have, but the world, and sometimes even, I hate to say it, but my brethren, even in the media, we don't do a good job of making the world think that family still really does exist. And it does. It not only does it exist, but it is as strong as it's ever been. But we spend so much time on the negative aspects of our society that we don't really talk about it as much. But man, I would love to get you guys on and just have that family conversation.
Yeah.
And let, just reminisce and talk about the similarities and how the character building and how it all just helped you become who you guys have become today.
Yeah. That would be a really good one, because out of the 5 brothers, a lot of people don't know my brother Rudy because he passed away too young.
Okay.
I'm the one that gets a lot of the attention and the credit.
Yeah.
But my brothers have always made it that way. When I was a little kid, they put me out front. Reggie would teach me routines that would make the audience go crazy. They've always, instead of beating me up because I was the littlest, they held me up on their shoulders because I was the youngest, right?
Yeah.
And they still do it. So the real story, now people know my story, but the real story is my brothers.
Yeah, we got to have that show.
That's the real story.
Yeah.
I was the product of them. But the real story is them. You got to think about this. Reggie was teaching me to play bass. And I say 2 years old because that's a little more believable. But I was born into the band, right?
Right.
And around 2 years old, this is as far back as I can remember of him like showing me stuff at 2. By the time I'm 5, okay, and this is not to brag on me, I'm bragging on my brothers. By the time I'm 5, Joseph is 8. We're on tour as the opening band for Curtis Mayfield's Superfly tour on the West Coast. We lived in Sacramento, so we did the West Coast.
Wow.
Right? Now think about this. If Reggie's teaching me and I'm 2, Reggie's only 10. Okay. My oldest brother's only 8 years older than me. He's 10 years old. He taught me in a few short years to be good enough to be on a major tour. At the same time, he's teaching Joseph.
There you go.
He's teaching Joseph. Joseph was 5. He taught Joseph to play keys. So Joseph's 8. We're on tour. But Reggie's only 10. Who's teaching Reggie?
Right. I'm thinking, as I'm listening to this story, I'm like, okay, well, where's Reggie getting all this knowledge from?
Right. That's the unanswered question. And you ask him about it. You ask him about it, and he'll just say, well, Victor was a natural. He'll point it back. Or Joe is already good. He'll point it back. He won't answer that question. That's the genius. Roy taught himself. Rudy was playing 2 saxophones when we're opening.
Right.
He's playing a C melody and an alto. So you got a young teenager playing 2. He was our horn section. Right. So yeah, I get the credit and I'll take it. But I'm always going to point the finger back at them because that's the real genius.
Oh, you got to book that one for us. Let's get that done quickly. Because
make it happen.
We need to do it. Matter of fact, that we might open the year with that one. Just like make January our family month and open the year with that. And just give you guys time to pull your thoughts together, and coordinate schedules. Well, man, that's incredible, man. That is so incredible.
Better make it a long show.
Listen, I was going to say the same thing. I was time.
Right. The beauty of owning your own company is you can make it as long as you want.
I like it. That's what I tell people at our camp. They start asking about. So I say, we own the place. We can do what we want.
That's it. I want to give a shout out to everybody that has come through here today, man. This is incredible. I guess we can officially say we've gone international now,
right?
Because we got a lot of people pulling up all over the world today. Shout out to Colombia. Shout out to who else? Nigeria is in the building. We just got so many wonderful. Singapore is in the building. So we just got a lot of people. I guess that Victor Wooten reach is pretty nice. We appreciate that so much. And we hope you guys stick around and become noisemakers on the page as well. We got a lot of great content like this every single day. But we will admit that we have an incredibly special person here with us today. Vic, what are some parting words that you'd like to leave with the peoples as you head on into your rest of your day?
Sure. I'll leave it with something is to say that, we're living in special times, but the truth is every time is special.
Yeah.
Again, it's up to us to see that. And yes, we do have it easier in relationship to how our parents and their parents had it. So we need to remember that. It doesn't mean that these times aren't hard, but they're better than what at least my parents went through. But I want you to think about this is we won't get through this time if we only focus we won't get through this time to me as good as we can if we only focus on where we aren't. I wish I can't wait till I can play another show. I wish live music was back. I wish, right? This is our chance to focus on where we are.
Yeah.
And if we can make where we are better, and I mean at every moment, you wake up, make your bed. If there's garbage on the floor, pick it up. Make where we are better, and life will recognize that and say, this is a person that's trying. And another quote of my mom would say, if you treat life right, life will treat you right. Right? Life is not human, but it's a living entity. It's a force. You can call it God, you can call it the universe. Doesn't matter what you call it. It's still there and it's wanting to work for you. But it's like a genie in a bottle that will answer every wish you have. And a lot of our wishes aren't good. Right? So we need to really be aware of where we stand, where we sit. And now we have the opportunity to make things better. Okay. Where we were was comfortable, but not enough. Women need to be treated better. People of color need to be treated better. Your enemy needs to be treated and seen better. So coming back to normal should not be our goal.
Right.
Normal got us here. We need to come back better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
And you do it by taking care of what's happening right now. And government, doesn't matter which side you're on, is showing us what we need to work on.
Yeah.
It's making it clear. It's making it real clear. So let's work on it. And it starts here. Right? Don't worry about, like trying to figure out who you're going to vote for and you can't even get along with your wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or your next door neighbor. It starts here, or yourself.
Yeah.
Right? I want to play a show, but my brain's telling me I'm not good enough. Right? So we can't even get along with our own thought. It starts right now, and we have nothing but time to make it better. And if we work on ourselves, like Chuck says, if I'm happy when I play, everybody else is happy. If we can make ourselves better, right? We're cleaning off our own camera lens. Life has to be better. But we can only do our part. I don't need you to do my part. Get off of Facebook and stop telling me how to do my part. Do your own part. That's what life is telling us right now.
Yes.
We do our part, and we have to come back better.
Yeah.
Not back to normal, better. And we have the opportunity, and our kids deserve it. Okay?
Yeah.
We are just renting this earth from our children's future. Okay? We got to turn it over to them, and we need to leave it better than we found.
Listen, I don't know if I want to. I don't think I want to give any party words today. That's pretty good. I don't know if I have anything else to add to that.
Well, I want to ask: is you said you're finishing a book, or you finished the book?
Well, I just finished a book, but the book on my parents' quotes is in the works right now. So I wrote the first book I wrote is called The Music Lesson.
Right.
And so it's a book that's like our camp, based off of the camp. It's teaching life, but through music. And I did it as fiction. So I don't have to defend any of it because none of it happened, right?
Okay.
But it's about a teacher and a student. Right. And the lessons are real, even though the story may not be. It might, but it may not be. But I don't have to defend it, whether it is or not. Yeah. But the lessons are real, and it's about life through music, or either music through life. It's up to you. But so I did that book, came out in 2008, and I just finished the sequel to that one, and that'll come out February 2nd. And so now that book is written and done and turned in, I'm working on the one with my parents' quotes now. That's next.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's an easy one because my brothers are going to help me on that. That's
Before we go on to Unc's comments as well, but the camps, are they? So how are you managing that during? I didn't get a chance to ask you how you're managing that during this pandemic. How's that working?
Yes, we did 4 or 5, I think 5 camps online. We did it just like we're doing here.
Yeah.
And the first one we do a camp every year called The Spirit of Music, which it gets into music in the way we were talking about, not so much how to play, but more of why to play, and how to really use music as medicine, knowing that the people are there receiving it. How can you use it? What can you do with it? Wow. And so we do a 5-day camp about that, and we've done that for about 10 or 11 years. So we started our year with a free version of that camp, but only for people who had been before.
Gotcha.
That camp is so different. I need to know you before we turn this information over. So we did it for free, for one, just to see, can we do it? Right. And that camp in my mind, was the hardest camp to try to get this information across through a screen, where I can't see and really feel you. I didn't think I could, but I found out, yeah, we can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
once we were successful with that camp, we were like, okay, you know, then we opened the rest of them up to the public. But every camp we do is a different topic. And we just did one. It's maybe been a month now, maybe 3 weeks ago. We did a camp that was called the ABCs of Gigging, Touring, and Management.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, I wanted to, because a lot of us realize musicians aren't working, but we forget about neither are the booking agents, neither are the tour managers, neither is my manager. What's my crew doing? Right? So I wanted to do a camp centered around what they do.
Yeah.
Let them teach it. So I had my booking agent, my manager, my touring manager, I had my crew, and we looked at it all about, you know, so that we can, when we come back to playing again, whatever level you think you're on, you're going to be better at it if you use this information. So that was the last one we just did.
How can people, do they just go to VictorWooten.com, or VictorWooten.com has all the information?
That's the easy way, VictorWooten.com. But if you want to go directly to the camp page, it's Vix Camp, VIXCAMPS.com, VixCamps.com, and you'll see all the camps. And we don't have anything on the okay, yeah, Vix Camps. And yeah, we'll be doing more online. We just don't have anything scheduled yet, but it's coming. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
Questions in the noisemakers want to know, where can they purchase your books? My
website, for one. There's also a Vix merch, VIXMERCH, and you can find all of it at my website. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Margie. Margie's a musician herself. But yeah, you know, there's a now, since people aren't buying music, you know, we have to find other ways to make our income, and the music might bring people there.
Yeah.
But I love teaching, you know, I love helping people. But yeah, the book is there, but you can also get the book anywhere they sell books. There's an audio version if you want to hear the book audio. It has a lot of music on it. The Flecktones are on it.
Wow.
Chuck you reading the book?
Well, I'm only one of the characters, which is the main character, the narrator, who is the student. So I'm the narrator and the student.
Oh.
I also have a character named Uncle Clyde, who's an old black man, just wise wisdom, and he's homeless, but he does it on. He lives homeless on purpose for a reason. And in the second book, you kind of find out why. But the main reason he said is that people leave you alone if you're homeless.
Oh, wow.
But you find out, well, I won't even go into the second book, but
yeah.
You know, but Chuck reads the voice of Uncle Clyde, Chuck Rainey.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
And so there's a new book coming out, and I'm working on the audio book for that. And that's why I had to get into Texas real quick and get Chuck to read his parts. And then I inserting all the voices. But you can download it on any place, iTunes. You can get the audio book, iBooks, Audible.com, wherever they sell books, Amazon.
Yeah.
Or you can go to my website, VictorWooten.com or VixMerch.com, and check it out.
Listen, go get everything. Noisemakers, go get everything. Blow his mind and start grabbing anything, everything. And the music is everywhere. I was going to list some of the stuff, but it's so much music. I'm like, okay, it's Victor Wooten. Just type in Victor Wooten and go buy everything. Everything is good. It's such an honor. Such an honor. I know you got some things you want to say. Go ahead, sir. The floor is yours.
No, I don't have anything to say. You know, I love to listen. I love to listen to Vic. I love listening to Reggie. I love the brothers. I love you guys, period, man. And I really appreciate you coming on today. I'm looking forward to us doing something in the future together again. And that's, you know, the main thing is to just remember to love somebody.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of where we've kind of fell off track here in our country, especially with the messaging that we receive over the media, is we've forgotten to love people. So just remember to love somebody. Love yourself first. Learn how to love yourself deeply, and then love somebody else. And that's it for me.
No, I think that's good. You know, Chuck said it, and I think we heard it, but I don't think we really heard it when he said, "When I love the music and I'm having a good time,
Yeah.
That's where I need to be." And we really underestimate how powerful of a statement that is, because guys, I'm having a good time now, and all people have benefited from it. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. That's how it works. When you take care of yourself, it's amazing how that has an effect on other people. The band wants to let you know, Vic, he's got some popcorn for you whenever you're ready. Just hit him up on IG. LeBand, tell us where is it LeBand Burton or is it Popcorn World on IG? Let us know. But listen, you're gonna be blown away by this popcorn. Doing what is it? Doing the world flavor.
One flavor at a time.
See, we had it earlier.
Oh, one thing, Vic.
Yeah.
I gotta order, real talk. Shakes Cakes coming your way. Shakes Cakes coming your way, baby.
Shakes Cakes.
No, wait a minute. I got a Shakes Cake. Now what's going on?
I'm just saying, this is breaking news.
Man, you didn't know?
We gonna have to shake if we don't.
I done been over there many Thanksgiving and I ain't never heard nothing about Shakes Cake.
Really cook.
I know he can burn up the kitchen. Now
there it is. Doing the world of flavor. There it is, right there.
Yeah, doing the world of flavor. Doing the world of flavor. That's the popcorn company.
I love it. Doing the world of flavor.
Doing the world of flavor. So,
oh my gosh, the flavors are unbelievable,
man. Blow you away. It's a really, really amazing website. Yes, Corey. Shakes Cake. Understand? All right. Love everybody who has come in today again. Please like, follow, share this to as many people as you love. And love is the key word I'm using there. As many people you love, you really love them. Share this video. I guarantee you it'll put a smile on their face today.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much wisdom. Vic, we're going to have you back soon. Soon. You and the brothers. We're going to have you all back.
Let's do it.
Let's make that happen, man. I can't wait to hear the rest of the story. As that Paul Harvey, was that old Paul Harvey?
Yeah.
I'm old, man. I just showed my age just now. So
everybody know that this like they can't believe they missed it. That it'll be available online. Today's show. They're like, I'm tuning in. I missed it.
Listen, it'll be online today. If you don't get a chance to see it, you can go to anywhere podcasts are heard. Spotify, iTunes, wherever you can find Podchaser, wherever podcasts are heard, you can go listen to this podcast. So, but we love the visual aspect right here on the Noisemakers page. We have a lot of fun here. Just being able to show you the interaction as well. Oh, okay, there it is. @Phone Snob. That's an interesting Instagram. I didn't see that one coming. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see that happening.
Yeah, there he is. Okay, so LeBand, check out that. Get your popcorn, Victor. Tell us what you think about it too, man.
Yeah.
I already know what I think about hearing you all.
Oh my gosh, we waiting on our delivery. Victor, we finna get some Captain Crunch popcorn.
Really?
Bacon and cheddar, crab cake.
Whoa, my
goodness. You understand? It's like 250. No, he said 400 flavors.
It's 400. It's
wow.
From the site, but it's 400 total.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
Excited.
Look, everybody putting in bids for Shakes Cakes now. Look at that. Shakes Cakes is trending right now on page. That's funny.
Well, here's the thing, man. I used to make them for the band. So whoever we were playing with, I would make a batch for the band, and they started kind of getting popular. I was trying to do like a little franchise thing to where I would launch them, and we hit some snags in the branding, but we're working through that. So I still send out a batch. You know, I make a few batches every so often, and Victor's always on my list, but I haven't been able to get to him lately. So I want to make sure you know they're coming. And what it is I make this. It's not a Reese's cup. To me, it's a lot better because it's all natural ingredients, and we make various varieties. So I'll get you. We'll get you some, and hopefully Vic can help me. Let's let a few other people know about it.
Yeah, I just gotta eat a few of them first. I gotta check out the flavor. You gotta know what you're selling. So I gotta.
Right.
That is hilarious. Alan said, "Can you pretend that the Uncorked Wine Crew is a band?" Yeah,
That is funny.
if you're not busy on a Saturday night, man, pull up for Uncorked Wine. I promise you, you will have a blast. We have so much fun on that show Saturday nights. I guess where you are, that would be 9 p.m. So it's right. Yeah, we just have a good time on that show. It's a lot of fun. Corey said he coming through. Just want to let you know, Shake. Just you get a knock on your door.
Okay.
Hey, Kate. All right. So much, man. We got so much to do. Listen, tonight, one quick reminder, we got the 5 is going to be on at 6 p.m. tonight. So tune in for the sports show tonight. We're going to have a good time with that.
How about them Cowboys?
See, he's really trolling these days, y'all. Trolling hard, but I'm going to troll a little bit too because, you know, I'm a Giants fan. That's how we do. So there you go. And then, of course, me and Charlie Ward will be on tonight at 7:30 with the Believe in the ACC show. Huge weekend in the ACC. So we're going to talk about that as well tonight. So,
hey, can I shout out
Absolutely.
Soul Church.
Oh,
a lot of people that attend Soul Church came on today, and we really appreciate you guys coming out. So if you're not doing anything Sunday, not going to church anywhere, Soul Church, 1:30 on Facebook.
Yeah.
Soul Church is the way to go. Find Shake Anderson on Facebook, and I guarantee you, Soul Church will bless your socks off.
They keep on asking about the shake cakes.
We're talk about shake cakes tomorrow. We gotta let Victor go. Love you guys. We appreciate y'all so much. And like we always say when we walk out the door, we out there.
We out this piece.
Man, we sure had a good time today, and we appreciate you joining us for the ride. Tune in every day on the Believe Podcast Network and wherever podcasts can be found, like Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music, wherever podcasts can be found. Also, you can visit us on Facebook on the Noise Makers page. That's the Noise, N-O-I-Z, Makers page. Or on YouTube on the Noise Media Entertainment channel. N-O-I-Z, Noise Media Entertainment. Well, we'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, keep making noise.